I'm going to say it now. The new Orc Buggy kit, I don't like the look of. There you go. I'm going to go against everything that the internet says and just say it. I don't think it looks good. I don't think it fits the Orc aesthetic that they've built up with the truck. So why is the internet blowing their fucking load over it? Oh, because it's got Mad Max on the front. Again, it's pegged. Now, I know what you're thinking. Glass, we all love a bit of pegging, so that's fine. And that is true, no doubt. Holy shit. Look at that. I've got a drunk storm bolter. Pro tip, guys. Don't drill bolter holes while you're trying to talk on YouTube. Hello everyone. Hobby time with Glass Half Dead. Don't worry, I'm not actually going to talk about the hobby at all. So, it occurred to me that one of the many internet fights that miniature gamers like to get involved with is the quality of Games Workshop miniatures. Are they the best? Obviously, they price themselves as a very, very premium product. So logically, it must be the best. If they're not the best, why are we paying the highest bloody prices for them? Good question. And you'll hear several different answers. One is that, yes, they are the best. And that's actually a pretty popular opinion. And I don't really care whether or not they are 100% the best. They have, for me, the best lore, background, etc., all of that kind of thing. And to be honest, a lot of it is, I grew up with it, so I don't really care. It's nostalgic for me. Holy shit. Look at that. I've got a drunk storm bolter. Pro tip, guys. Don't drill bolter holes while you're trying to talk on YouTube. You win some, you lose some. Alright. Anyway. So you hear different answers. One is that, yeah, they're the best. I can get behind that. It's fine by me. The other answer you will hear is that no, they're terrible. Cool. Generally, you will hear that followed up with statements like, and Games Workshop is a terrible, terrible business and they do bad things and they want to murder children and kick puppies. Yeah, they may well do that. They may well, you know, I'm not in on the board meetings. That might be what they do. However, that does lead one to be a touch suspicious, shall we say, of anyone saying that. Perhaps they have had a bad experience that has left them somewhat soured to the company. Fair enough. Or it's an aesthetic choice, and they don't like just how grimdark the 40k universe is. I can respect that, that's fine. However, that has nothing to do with the quality of model. My personal view is that they do some damn fine models. However, another answer you will hear is that Games Workshop does the best plastic models. Now, I like that answer. That answer is getting oddly specific. And I can get behind that. Certainly, I have zero interest in their resin models. What am I even doing? Have I blunted this drill? A bad workman blames his tools. That's what they say. However, another, even more oddly specific answer you will hear is that Games Workshop makes the best plastic multi-pose miniatures. Now that's an answer I like. And actually that is the answer that I would give. However, one thing I've noticed, with that answer in mind, one thing I have noticed is that they are becoming less and less multi-pose, aren't they? So I just finished putting together the Kill Team Cassius kit, right? Lovely models, beautiful. I think they're really great. Now they are all characters, and so they are also all single pose. There's no variation. You have to build them that way, right? I'm okay with that because they're characters. They're named. No issues. You will only ever have a single one of them. Makes sense. You now have kits like the Primaris Apothecary. It comes to you like this, and again, this can be built one way, and there is no option. That's okay, I suppose. I mean, again, you could argue maybe you'd only ever have one, maybe two in a list, so does it really matter if it's multi-pose or not? Blah, blah, blah. Then we get things like this Grey Knights kit. Now we're getting a little bit more multi-pose. Lots of different ways to build things. And certainly you can follow this, but then swap out the halberd for a falchion. A falcon? Falchion? I can't speak. What are the small swords? Swap out a big sword for a small sword. There you go. We can do that. That's easy. However, I have done that. Not on the model I have here, though, to show you. And it looks a bit cack-handed, I've got to be honest. And so if you don't want to go on a green stuff spree, you actually want to follow these guidelines to make sure that you get the correct arms with the correct other arms and weapons spot on. Otherwise, it ends up looking like a kid made your model. That's a little bit annoying. So it actually leads me to the question of, when has Games Workshop ever made genuine, you know, any arm here goes with any arm there kits? Have they ever? Well, they have, somewhat. To a degree, yes. The boys kit. The Orc boys kit. These guys right here. That they are about to redo. They are about to redo the Orc boys, right? Cool. Okay, that's fine. What is the guarantee that they are going to redo them so that they are monopose and that converting them will be near impossible? At least with Grey Knights, we have this flat mating surface for the arms. Great. For the torsos, for the heads, we can change all of that however we want. If we look at how this Primaris Apothecary is set up, the way the torso has been cut is done in such a way that you basically have to put the legs exactly where the legs go. And the head has a peg that can only fit in a single way. And the arms, if we find them somewhere, again, will also have a peg. I can't find the arms, but there's a hand that will go into one of the arms. Again, it's pegged. Now, I know what you're thinking. Glass, we all love a bit of pegging, so that's fine. And that is true, no doubt. No doubt. But if Games Workshop isn't making multi-part kits anymore, because certainly I would dread trying to convert one of their new kits to a different pose or weapon option or anything like that. At the very least, it's significantly harder than it used to be on a boys kit, for example. What are they the best at? If you're like me and you're there purely for the nostalgia, then yeah, okay, great, no problem. But the new kits that Privateer Press are coming out with, now, yeah, they're monopose, and you can look at them and say, oh, well, they're really monopose. I don't like them. Cool. So are Games Workshop kits. And in fact, if you accept that you are just going to build them exactly as the manual says, then why do they need to be in this many parts? The kits being in this many parts is a throwback to when this is how they used to be put together. And it mattered that they were in this many parts because you actually had a choice. That is not the case anymore. Anyway, I don't really have a point to any of this. I'm not about to hit you with a Whoa, GW. Or now check out this company's miniatures because they're significantly better. Not at all. This was just something I noticed. Let's be honest, I have to make content somehow, and real valuable content is really difficult to make. So sometimes there has to be a bit of filler. So I hope you've enjoyed this filler on my channel, and I am shocked if you've made it to the end. My God, like, at least the next time I decide to have a little rant or do some filler, I should actually get some bullet points on even if it's just on a bit of scrap paper, just so I know roughly what I'm saying. I've gone off on tangents. I'm bad at this. But you know, we're learning. We're learning together. I am looking forward to see what the new Orc kits look like. Super psyched about that. I wonder how they're going to cross over to Kill Team. There's lots of rumours out there. Slowly things, accurate, not leaks as opposed to rumours are coming out. Ooh, and I'm going to say it now. The new Orc Buggy kit, I don't like the look of. There you go. I'm going to go against everything that the internet says and just say it. I don't think it looks good. I don't think it fits the Orc aesthetic that they've built up with the truck and the battle wagon. They've changed it to be some weird hot rod. And it's like, that's not what Orcs look like. That is way too cohesive to be Orcish. It should be scrap metal thrown together, effectively held together by what is probably a powerful magnet, but it somehow travels. As it is, they've got like a fucking 1976 Camaro or some crap. I know nothing about cars. I don't know what a 1976 Camaro looks like. Don't quote me on that. But I'm just saying it looks like a car. It doesn't look like a ramshackle vehicle. So why is the internet blowing their fucking load over it? Oh, because it's got Mad Max on the front. Anyway, let's close this video off now. Thanks, everybody. GW does make lovely miniatures. Bye.